You are falling behind. Everyone is having fun. Everyone is richer than you. Yet they are actually broke. Whether it's Caleb Hammer, Zach Rios, pick your favorite YouTuber. Many YouTubers are talking about people being in debt. People are doom spending. Doom spending is spending today because you have zero hope for the future. Are you feeling this level of dread? Is it real? The reality of Instagram. It's impossible to actually live the Instagram lifestyle. There is a reason so many people are in debt. They are living a lifestyle that no wealthy person truly lives, except maybe trophy wives. Even then, the reality of many trophy wives is they don't spend the way people think they do. Many of the items they own are high quality dupes. Many influencers return the items they buy or buy boxes and bags to make it look like they shop there. People look at this excessive lifestyle and think obtaining any level of wealth is impossible. But is it? The average vacation, according to my quick Google search, is around $3,000. But I don't see how they are getting these numbers. When we break down the costs, if you're going to any theme park or attraction, you'll probably spend, on average, $5,000. Either way, whether you are vacationing, going to the bar, driving a nicer car to impress women, you are spending money. I approximate that this is on average $10,000 a year. You may say it's impossible that I'm spending $10,000 a year extra. I'm already broke. It may seem so until you realize just how much small amounts add up. I have seen many people buy a Monster or a Red Bull every day. These $3 to $4 drinks add up to $90 to $120 a month, or $1,080 to $1,440 a year. This is just from energy drinks. A few life changes for me easily saved me a few $1,000s. When I watch Caleb Hammer, it's not uncommon for me to see people spending $600 to $800 a month eating out, on top of a $300 a month grocery bill. These aren't special occasions. This is eating out at Starbucks, McDonald's, and Dunkin' Donuts. Many times, we are overpaying for our cell phone or internet coverage, and we can save money there as well. Lots of these things are tedious to do, but they compound once you complete them all. Planet Fitness's whole business model is that the low monthly fee is so small that even though you don't go to that gym anymore, you won't waste the time to come back and cancel the membership. Cutting most of these out can yield massive savings. Let's look at the numbers. First, let's look at what would happen if Bob invested $10,000 a year rather than take a vacation. Let's assume a 12% annualized return. In this row, you can see the deposits. In this row, you can see the investment growth. In this row, you're going to see the prior total plus the deposit. By the end of this period, Bob has $196,000. This is just from depositing only an amount of $100,000 over 10 years. If we divide the amount Bob would have got from investing, $196,000, by the total number of vacations he would have taken over this same 10-year period, which is 20 vacations, the actual cost of a vacation for Bob was $9,800. Bob is actually paying twice the amount he thinks he is to vacation. However, I think this looks even worse when we extend further another 10 years. Bob has saved and can now start going on vacations. The whole time Bob is on vacation, though, Bob is still growing his wealth. Bob's $10,000 deposits no longer now go to his investment portfolio. They now fund his vacations. His investment portfolio is able to now grow to $600,000, and he takes 20 vacations. In the meantime, the person who started vacationing, we will call them Edward. They will have nothing after the first 10 years. They will have 20 vacations, though, and lifelong memories. However, if they try to catch up to Bob, they will now need to deposit the $10,000 a month that they were using to vacation. They will end year 20 with what Bob started at year 10, $196,000. Bob was able to take 20 vacations and have $600,000, while Ed, because he took his vacations earlier, still took the same 20 vacations, but has $200,000. This is a $400,000 difference. While both Ed and Bob have taken the same amount of vacation, the difference is Bob delayed his gratification until later. This is why investing early is so important. One risk is that by not continuing to contribute, you can miss out on return. This is certainly a valid point. Bob would earn an additional $196,000 by investing rather than vacationing, bringing his total to $800,000. Although he is gaining $400,000 over the next 10 years from his previous work, it is still a loss of $200,000 to not continue contributing. I think this just shows that when you spend money, you should be intentional. Money is very valuable when it compounds, so each experience you spend on should be important to you. Another thing to consider, though, is Bob could actually take more vacations. If Bob were to take 4 vacations a year, he would still end up with over $400,000 after year 20. I think this is a massive point to consider. While saving at first can feel painful, the reward for Bob compared to Edward is he is able to have even more leisure time in the future. Retirement forecast. I think it's helpful to see how these numbers look in retirement. I'm going to extend this situation in which Bob took more vacations than Edward. It should be clear that Edward will take a long time to catch Bob, and this short-term fun has cost him long-term wealth and fun. As your wealth grows, you can still take even more and more lavish vacations. I have added ages now to make this a little easier to follow around. We start our journey broke at 35. At age 45, we begin to take 4 vacations a year and enjoy the fruits of our labor. At age 55, we add even another vacation. Or you can make your vacations more lavish. Either way, we are taking the equivalent of 5 vacations at this year. Even by doing this, at age 65, we end up with $1 million. Between Social Security and withdrawing 4% of your annual portfolio, you're going to have more than enough money to retire on, as that would be about $110,000 a year. Edward will have to work until retirement to catch Bob. His 20 vacations that he took were fun, and I hope he enjoyed them, but by 45, he is starting from scratch. Even if Edward now takes no vacations and works for the next 20 years, he won't catch up to Bob. By age 65, Edward now has $900,000. He still has less money than Bob. This is the pain of not investing early. Conclusion. I think this is one of the hardest choices ever to make. Save now or save later. Although this seems obvious from the example I have given, in practice, it is definitely not. We have framed these as vacations, but what if this is a wedding, a funeral? What if this vacation leads to marriage, a business opportunity? You can miss out on valuable life experiences trying to become wealthy. Becoming wealthy is not for everyone. The most important takeaway from this is that spending is costly, extremely so. Every expense you make should be watched closely, as the future worth of those dollars can be immense.